This is... You can jump off a cliff. You can jump off the cliff. You can jump off the cliff. You can jump off the cliff and fly. Gotta dig into the lyrics. You gotta dig down deep, scoop it up.
What do the lyrics mean?
It means you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish.
Lights on.
Feeling like I got a lot to prove. Always on the go, on the move. I don't ever chase, I just choose. They be watching everything I do, yeah. Got a lot of buzz in 2018. Smile in my face, but they hate me. A lot of rappers here wanna date me. They better step it up, they see me crazy. I've been on the mission, secure the bag. And I got way more money than I've ever had. Let me settle down, I do not need to brag. But I've been on a high, feeling sad. Look at me now, Lawrence, Kansas, Liberty Hall, make some noise!
For a long time, I knew I was ready to leave. I was going through like an existential crisis, truly, and I just needed to go. I decided to leave Lawrence, Kansas, and I quit my job, and if it didn't fit in my car, it wasn't coming with me. I took an extended road trip across the country, and I didn't have a job for 3 months, and I made an album called Brand New, and for the next year of my life, I figured out what it is that I want to do, who I want to be in this world.
Listen to me, I don't give a fuck if you wanna fuck me. You will respect me regardless, and you will run me my motherfucking check. Crowd goes crazy, cause I done paid my dues over a million times. Although they know the truth, they tell a million lies. Flexing on a man about 100 different ways.
I started doing the music scene in Lawrence about 6 years ago. It started with my first single, Nobody's Bitch, which I recorded on like this $80 USB microphone that I plugged in, and I did it on GarageBand. I didn't know anybody was gonna listen to my music. I just dropped that song because it was what I love to do, and I had never dropped anything before. So I was like, okay, let me do this. And it did well, and I started booking shows off that. Any opportunity that came my way in Lawrence, I would take it. Rap shows at Jackpot, rap shows at Replay, and then I got, opening act opportunities, and I just kept growing and growing. I'm probably gonna drink like 2 of these a day leading up to the show. So this is like the tonic. So it's ginger, honey, a ton of lemon juice, a ton, like a half of a lemon, a lot of cayenne, pinch of black pepper, and turmeric. Oops. All right. Yeah, that's it. Nothing but success. I twitch. Need to be successful. Nothing but success here. I just try to take care of myself as best as I can. Admittedly, leading up to this show, I probably wasn't taking care of myself the best that I could. Just the anxiety of anticipating being back in Lawrence. My creativity is extremely affected by where I'm at mentally. The lows can be a really good thing to catapult like these huge creative highs, but sometimes they can just completely deplete my motivation. In like the depths of my soul this year, I could physically and emotionally feel old versions of myself dying. I don't even recognize who I was like 6 months ago. I don't want to be who I used to be, but it's sad to let it go. My haircut is really when the shift started happening. If you know me pre-haircut, you really don't know me at all. After this show, it's time that I make something that shows people like what I really want to represent, which is so much more than just like being a bad bitch and being poppin'. That's been established. You know that now. I don't need to tell you. Like you know the vibes. Like the type of person that I'm trying to reach is the versions of myself that have died. I want my music to impact the people who need to hear the things that I needed to hear. If it wasn't for some of the darkest times that I've been through, I wouldn't have gotten to the mindset that I'm in today. I just want to make something that encourages those people in those dark times to keep going and to know that it's not for nothing. Let me be a source of light. Anybody who's on their own journey of like self-development and spirituality, maybe if you're contemplating like taking like this huge leap, the answer is yes. Let me be the sign that you need. Do it. Get in your car, pack up your car, just go do it. I just got my dance tights for my show. I thought they were size 4 to 6, age 4 to 6. Check the details. You never know. Have faith. I don't know, man. They actually might work. They're meant to be like, you know? It certainly does look like I'm a 60-year-old man going to Hawaii. Nope, just suitcase that I inherited from a family member. You work with what you've got. I'm actually a young, vibrant woman going back home for an R&B show. Contrary to what the luggage would say. You'd certainly never expect these to go in the Tommy Bahama suitcase. Oh shit, there they go. It wouldn't have mattered where the doors opened up. I just knew that I needed to leave. A lot of people think that I came out to California to like really catapult my career, and that's not necessarily the case. I needed to leave my hometown because my hometown is my comfort zone. I just personally needed to expand. I needed to go somewhere where I am challenged. You know, I'm forced into humility. I think the ways in which California is influencing my music is just the ways that it's just shifting me on a personal level. Just the way that being in a completely different environment, new experiences, deeper levels of healing and growing and evolving are happening within me. It's just changing who I am as a person. I'm not talking about the things that I used to. I listen to some of my old stuff and I'm like, why am I talking about that? Like, why am I even like tripping over that? I can't even connect with so much of my old stuff. But it did well because at the time it was so authentic and it still holds weight. So I'm just hoping that stuff that I put out moving forward continues to impact and touch people because I'm going to try and just stay true to myself. We're just over 72 hours from Showtime. I still don't have my outfit. A lot of butterflies in my stomach, and I'm really excited. It feels so weird. It feels so weird going back. I feel so weird. I'm gonna feel weird. Do you think I feel weird? I had my show outfit fully planned the day before I flew out. I was watching myself in the mirror perform in this outfit. It just didn't look good. It didn't look right. It wasn't performing well. It wasn't flattering. I'm at the point now where I know exactly what photographs and videos well, and that would have been awful. 2 days before the show, we're panic shopping in the mall, pop into the store, and within like 2 minutes, I found the fit. So that was refreshing, and it looked good. I think it worked really well. It was super comfortable to perform in. It photographed well, so I'm happy about that. But it was just so many hiccups and everything leading up to it. For me, my confidence starts with my mindset. I need to wake up, get the cold brew going, get the water going, get my head right, and then normally from there, it's like a little spa day, usually a haircut, nails done, toes done, everything done, outfits ready to go. I try and save my voice until about like 5 p.m. or so, and then I start warming up.
The way you eat that, eat that, eat that, do it all over again. Oh my, better have an appetite. That's that shit I do like. Oh my, do it till it is right. Baby, hit the roof, give it to me all night. I like the make some noise if you like to eat pussy. Be like, stop, 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 stop. Hold the beat. You didn't say anything.
Yeah, that'd be embarrassing for that man. Sorry to that man.
Ooh, I like the way you eat that, eat that, eat that. Yeah, I like the way you
Hollywood today. Wonder if anybody's playing in here tonight. Dang, what do you think? People always get super shocked because I have a whole routine. I was grinding, working on that routine the moment I knew I booked that show, which was months in advance. Like, I'm not just popping on stage to like be casual. I choreograph all those bench routines. The show at Liberty, they were a lot more professional, but at smaller venues where they don't have that kind of a team, I have to worry about lights. I have to hire the DJ and get the DJ together, organize everything for the openers, everything for merch, getting someone to watch the merch stand and handle all the money for that. Everything that you can think of that goes behind putting a show together, like I do 100% myself.
All right, so I already have that one, and that's an MP3, even though the other ones of yours are waves.
Yeah.
Not a problem, not a problem.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure I've got the right ones for you.
Yes.
Okay, so on your list, besides these that I have, what else should I be getting?
What do you think? Yeah, because I'd like to have that banner up all night.
Yes, for sure. No, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, I can't park him over here.
See, there it is. I gotta be careful. It's like...
You're also going to catch shadows either way.
I'm not so sure that really matches my vibe.
It's kind of
Like grandmas
what I was
working on the
thinking.
stage, which is fine. To all the grandmas twerk. Woo-wee. Thought I was about to be up here like, while I say the words "make me come," I'm like, oh. It is. It's like the acoustics are crazy.
It's a big sounding room for sure.
So this is 30 seconds before the end of Blind.
Okay. Younger me standing on that Liberty Hall stage, as much as I want to say like she wouldn't be able to believe it, she would be like, yeah, bitch, you earned this 100%. One thing I've learned is that people get extremely frustrated by my ambition. And a lot of people always are like, well, I'm a realist. And I'm like, no, you are a pessimist. You say that you're a realist in order to justify all of your self-limiting beliefs and to be complacent within your fears. I am also a realist. I don't live in some fantasy world. I just know genuinely what I'm capable of. I know myself, and I know that I create my own path, and I don't put limitations on that. So when I was 12 years old with these big dreams of, moving across the country and touching all these different stages, I made it possible for myself.
Times get hard, but I know I'm gonna win. Sometimes I'm down, but I get up again. It's a whole lot of people waiting on my demise, but I'm way too strong, so I dry my eyes. I've been standing on the edge of a cliff, just looking down. I've never been the type to resist, I'll do it now. I've been waiting on my moment to shine. I want it all, I don't wanna be afraid. This time I might fall. So I'm ready, I'll close my eyes. Never been scared of heights. Maybe I'll learn to fly. So I jump. So I'll jump.
The only reason it wouldn't happen for me is if I legitimately just gave up. And I'm not gonna give up on myself. It's easier said than done sometimes because the music industry is like a wild, crazy, fake place, and it's extremely discouraging at times. I refuse to believe I am not meant to utilize my gifts for the greater good. I genuinely believe that is why I have the abilities that I do have. It's not for clout, it's not for attention. It's meant for me to use it to impact other people, to empower other people, to change people's lives. That's my goal every time I stand on a stage. It doesn't matter what anybody says about me. If there's one person at the end of my show who is touched, who is empowered, who feels differently about themselves in a positive way, I did what I was supposed to do. Just pacing, rehearsing, got my music on. Yeah, I feel good. I mean, how can you not feel confident? It's a good look. I can't believe we found it so quick like that. I'm trying not to drink water, honestly. A calm just came over me. It's like I put that, this mirror is terrible though. I just want to thank God. I want to thank the universe. I want to thank all the positive spirits that have brought me to this point tonight. I just am so grateful. Just let me use this time tonight to change somebody's life. Let me inspire people tonight. Let it be more than me. Help me to empower somebody out there tonight. Thank you for the opportunity to do so. I'm so grateful. Give me strength, give me confidence, give me power. Let's kill this shit.
Yeah, let's kill that shit.
Amen. Thank you so much. Yep. Let's go. Resetting the stage, they had handed me the mic and I looked down and I have a huge run in my tights on my thigh. We were already running behind. Luckily, I had prepared for that, so I had a couple pairs of tights on backup, but the fact that it had happened like seconds before I was supposed to go on stage really threw me off. But it's always something.
Lindsey Alderman, make some noise!
You so long as they think they have an opportunity to fuck you. I'm here to tell you I don't give a fuck if you want to fuck me, because you will respect me regardless. And you will run me my motherfucking check, right? Cause I done paid my dues over 1,000,000 times. Although they know the truth, they tell 1,000,000 lies. Flexing on them in about 100 different ways. I'm grinding, I stayed up over 1,000 different days. Stacking all this money, got a pocket full of cash. Keep on looking at it, you can never hit this ass. type of woman who needs to hear my music, I think, is like, one, the type of woman who already is on that level of confidence and listening to the music because it's like she connects to it. It's gonna just help her to stay on that vibe. Or the type of woman who like needs to be in that headspace. As women start to shift and grow into a more powerful community in this country and in the world, men need to just respect that and understand that it's happening. And we don't need to be confined to these political, social boxes that have been created for us. Times are shifting and now we are able to expand. So I want to inspire women to be more confident, to be more empowered, to be less passive, and to just own who they are. And I want men to just come to my shows or listen to my music and to be inspired as well.
You better when you don't speak. Focus on me. I like you better when you stay low. Yeah, get down on your knees. Try to trip that good shit. Pick it up. I am nasty. You love it. You just can't get enough. Oh my, better have an appetite. That's that shit I do like. Oh my, do it till it is right. Maybe hit those tight. Give it to me all night. Ooh, I like the way you eat that, eat that. I like the way. Ooh, I like the way you eat that. I like the way. Ooh, I like the way you eat that, eat that, eat that. It's a lot of hush men in the building, but if you like to eat pussy, boys, let me hear y'all make some noise. Oh, you are awake. Okay, I like the way you. Ooh, I like the way you eat that, eat that. I like the way. Ooh, I like the way you eat that. Yeah, I like the way you eat that, eat that, eat that. I saw who didn't cheer when I asked that question, by the way.
I think if I would have gotten that opportunity before I had left,
Do you even love me?
it wouldn't have been as impactful for me. It might have been more impactful for the crowd though.
You don't even love me, do ya, boy? You ain't ever there. Well, I just hit your phone up 2 times. Why I ain't getting no reply? I've been out here.
But for me and my personal journey, I'm glad that it was something that I came back to do, because then that felt like my farewell.
A minute since I've gone so wild. I was going through the most.
It felt like my closure that I desperately needed after struggling with the heartbreak of leaving Lawrence.
To know that everything is alright. But now I'm back and I am putting up my guard. I won't let anybody else fuck with my heart. Was losing my mind. Love can make you so blind.
I've pulled myself out of so many depths and lows and fought silent battles that people have no clue about. People want to see you grow until you outgrow them. And then I'm brand new, I'm different.
We don't wanna get down.
always say that your hometown is kind of the last to catch on. And it makes sense because everybody there has their preconceived notions about who you are. Everybody thinks that they know you. I went to high school there. I went to junior high there. People watched me grow up, but now I'm someone I don't fit the version of me that they created in their mind. I'm not going to stay the same person. Understand that I'm a human being capable of growth and evolution, or they're just gonna be like, who does she think she is? And you know what? That's okay. Sit up here tonight. Any takers to come up? Because I was so spacey and like just anxious about getting my show tracks to the DJ, I grabbed the wrong show track. And there's one that cuts out randomly in the middle of it, and I didn't check it, and we didn't run through the whole thing. So it was like my fault. Oh my goodness, guys, we have some technical difficulties. I'm so sorry. There's a reason why I wasn't meant to do that, and I'm happy that I didn't. I just want anyone watching this to understand that, you know, sometimes you're gonna take some L's, but that's okay. I think that I professionally handled it, and we can move forward. You know, of course, it's kind of embarrassing. It's like, oops. Thank you for being up there and going crazy, though. I would have twerked my ass off on you. That's 100% facts. But I guess we're gonna have to move forward. So let's go to the next one. Thank you. Make some noise for Gabriella. Her jumping on stage and doing that, it like fueled the rest of my performance, because honestly, based on the crowd's reaction, I was kind of done. I kept telling myself in my mind, you're gonna own it. This is your stage right now. This is what you love to do. It doesn't matter if there's one person out there. It doesn't matter if there's 1,000 people out there. This is your dream, and you earned this moment right here. So take control of it.
I've seen him try and bring me down. It never works. He didn't want me then, but now I know it hurts. Independent on my own, got my shit on lock. So when they try and talk that bullshit, I let them talk. Throw me a favor and don't you dare ever take my name up out of your mouth. Got lovers, haters, that's just what this is about. But look at me now, look at me now, look at me now. Now when I walk in the room, you got a back. So when they try and talk that bullshit, I let them talk. I let them talk. Keep on talking all that bullshit. Keep on talking all that bullshit. Don't you forget who run it. 'Cause I'm the only girl you see. And I don't care what you gotta talk about, as long as it's about me. Put your hands together. And when they try and talk that bullshit, I let them talk. I let them talk. I let them talk. So not let anybody stop you. And when they try and talk that bullshit,
It's just so much history that's deep rooted. I always said like I wanted to be loved or hated. I don't want people to ever feel indifferent about me. I want people to be passionate. Love me or hate me. Don't be in between.
so I told him, have you ever been with a bad bitch? With a couple bad habits, who tryna live like lavish? Always about the money, never settles for average. Only real ones can run have the time of your life. 'Cause this is my show.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, Lawrence, Kansas, for coming out tonight. Thank you, Liberty Hall, for having me. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a good night, guys. Thank you. Love you guys. Have a good night. Thank you. Truthfully, right after I got off the stage, I immediately thought if I had a flight booked to go back to California in 5 minutes, I would be hyped. I didn't feel like the support was what I was expecting, I guess. And maybe that's my fault for having expectations in the first place because it leaves room for disappointment. But at the same time, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. I don't have like the rush though. It was a weak crowd. To be honest. There were so many blank looks. I was like, yo, like, maybe I shouldn't have come back to do this. I was just like, it just sucks because I really felt like no one was really fucking with me. And everyone was just like, there's a ton of people in the corner just like sitting there. This is not a good time.
No, I want to see more. Your fucking voice is amazing.
Thank
and your
you.
voice is so loose, and you literally have all this confidence, and I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're
it.
amazing.
Your energy was killer.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you so much.
Oh my god.
Skating's like second last.
I promised your mom I can find you.
Sucked my soul.
Hey, you were amazing.
Thank you.
He's
so
my
much.
boyfriend. I was like, I got a crush.
fan out of
Yeah, right before everybody walked in here, I was like bawling my eyes out just because like, the vibe was like mad off and like I just.
But do you see like
Yeah.
who you touch? Like
Yeah.
So
yeah,
great,
yeah.
like nobody noticed that. I swear, like the shit was live.
I guess I'm just like I'm riding the high of like past memories here where it's just like I had people crying. So many people I thought spaces were gonna be out there tonight just weren't there.
No matter what happens, up, down, sideways.
You know, it's not something that I take for granted. You know what I mean? I'm just happy that I wasn't here. I know.
Beautiful.
Where are these from? Thanks, Mom. Thank you. I think I'm just gonna walk around town like this tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Can we do a sash?
And
Do we have anything to make a sash?
No need for a sash.
No
This is
sash.
good. I feel
No,
good.
you're perfect.
When I can't possibly muster up the motivation for myself to continue on this path, those are the people in my life that I fall back on. And I do the same for them, you know? And that is like the true foundation of like our love and our friendship. Nothing tops that. Those are the relationships I always want to nurture. You don't see this on the kitchen counter every day. The difference in response out here is noteworthy. In terms of my music out here, I feel like people have shown me so much more love.
I need y'all to sing. Ooh, I like the way you keep that.
When I'm out here in California, they have no basis to go off of. They just see what's standing in front of them. They don't know my past. They don't know who I've dated. They don't know what I've done. All they see is me today, the person I am right now.
One more time, Lindsey. One more time. Give it up, Lindsey.
There was a time when I was trying to mold myself into being the person that people wanted me to be. And I did that for a really long time. You can see it in my style too. It was just the crowd that I was around, the people that I was around really limited me. I just want to detach myself from older versions of myself and give myself new space to grow, to evolve, and to attract the things that I want in my life. And I'm excited to see what's next for me out here now that I don't have any emotional ties back home. I'm ready to keep grinding and creating. This entire year has been so many wins and so many losses, so many lessons that I needed to learn, doors that needed to be closed, and the ones that needed to reopen, opened. Probably the best thing that happened to me the entire year is reconnecting with my sister. My sister and I are an unstoppable force, and I'm just really thankful to have her back in my life. It's not the calm before the storm because this year was kind of depressing and weird, and there were just so many moments I had to convince myself to pull through. This year is like the storm before the sun comes out.
And I hold our memories so close to my heart. I'm trying so hard to let go, but I think of when we began, how I thank God for a man like you. How did I not know it was all so untrue? But I know I'll be better without you, and no, I am not thinking about you, and I don't wonder how you're doing now. See, I was in paradise every moment. I couldn't see through the lies. I was so broken. I was so paralyzed, but I gotta move on, and I gotta be strong and try not to hold on to paradise.
What do you think about your new song? People are getting offended. You telling them to jump off cliffs?
I got some letters in the mail saying that some people jumped off a cliff and tried to fly.
Can we get an expression?
No!
Don't put that in there.
It's going in.
No, it's not. Don't make me look like an asshole.
Put it in the doc.
That's going in the doc.
Put this in the doc.
That's going in the documentary. No context.
It's not going in the doc.